pre-coated screen for the company. I haven't decided how we're going to go about this yet. So this is going to be a pre-coated surface. Biggest size is going to be 8 feet by 10 feet. That's the biggest size I can do right now. Also too, it will come with a touch-up kit. Now, like I said, it's not set in stone yet because first things first, I already know the product's going to work 100%, whatever we apply it to, but I want to be able to get this outside, string this up underneath the deck, because right now we're not going to be building the 250 until September, because right now the weather has been a little crazy, which is a good time to have this screen out now because we've been having rainstorms, we've been having heat, we've been having just about everything, and this would be perfect to have this outside while all that's going on, because then I can see exactly how much wear and tear the screen can actually take in. So right now we're going to postpone the 250 until September due to the fact, like I said, the elements outside are a little bit unbearable to work in. Like I said, you already know the door from my health history, and me to be to work out in heat and hot weather doesn't work too well for me. So I'll postpone till September because September is a little bit more cooler for us. But as for the weather we're having now, the rain and storms coming back and forth and that, this screen is perfect to be outside because I can see exactly how much wear and tear and abuse the screen is going to take. And I have quite a bit of interesting wildlife in my backyard, so I'm curious to see exactly when they spray on it, poop on it, whatever they're going to do to it, exactly how the screen is going to hold up. It's going to crack or peel. This is a different surface we never used before, so it's a different blend of material. And like I said, I've done these before, but on a different blend, and they have cracked. So I want to see exactly how this is going to be able to, how much punishment this is going to take. So every once in a while, you'll see me on camera taking mud or whatever, throwing it against the screen, washing it down with a hose, just to see how much abuse it's going to take. Now, what we are going to add with these, if it does survive the stress test, what we are going to have with these is we're going to have grummets with them because it does not come with grummets in the package. And we are going to add in 1 quart of a touch-up kit, which means along the line, if somebody does something dumb on your screen, which you should have this covered up. Honestly, you should have your screen covered up. But if someone does something dumb to the screen or something happens to it, you can just touch it up and be done with it, which we'll do those tests too. We'll do a couple of touch-up tests with it so you can see exactly, it just takes a little bit, dab it in, you're done. As a matter of fact, I missed about 2 spots on the screen, about here and there when I was painting it, and went in and did a touch-up job and boop, gone. So that's what we're going to do. So right now we're going to be running this under the projector. Later on, these for outside use only. Keep in mind, we're doing this inside because right now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going outside to do a demonstration. Not going to happen. So later on today, we'll string it up under the deck. And then later on, if the weather goes well, we'll be outside doing some demonstrations off of it today. All right, so let's get this started. I'm going to see how the screen turned out. We had a couple projects for today. So let me show you what I got. We got the... it's here. I'll put it up. Here we go. This is my birthday gift. My birthday's in September, and I bought myself for my birthday. I bought myself a RetroPie. So I've got a RetroPie in this box right here. Ooh, goody goody two. Sure, cannot wait to play this classic arcade station. This is going to be running upstairs on the new acoustic screens because I tell you we're designing a 100. The biggest one we're going to do is 150 inch, and I have to talk it over with the other company because right now, like I said, they need to be established on it. They need to be on point with these. People have to understand that, and not to put anybody on blast, but when I run contracts, when I do business with people, they have to work at our pace. Hopefully they work at our pace. I like to get things up. I like to get things going. I like to get money made. So this right here is 150 inch, which is going to be going upstairs on the acoustic. That's going to be using that new technology that shows you in the container on the kitchen table. That is going to be acoustic gamer screen. All right, so let's get this started because I want to see exactly how this screen is going to turn out, and we can go from there. When we get it outside, we'll get it straightened out. We won't have any of the bold wrinkles, bold lines into it because, as I said before, this is just propped up against my whatchamacallit, against my doorway. I want to see how this turns out. I love the gamer paint. And then once we get this done, this is going to be strung up today. If depending on what kind of weather we get, we'll be outside doing some demonstrations probably later on in the evening off of it. And then after that, we'll go from there. Let me see where I want to go. I'm going to go here, and I need to go over here. My focus needs to be adjusted a lot better because my focus is really off. Magic focus a little better. That's better. I don't know what am I looking at here. Like I said, the biggest sizes we're going to make these on are 10 by 8. This is the biggest. This is a 10 by 8 right now. So we'll have this fully strung up outside and get this done. Go ahead and want to string it up. And later on, I'll show off some demonstrations off it. So this is going to be a pre-coated surface, which means the customer does not have to paint it at all. And this is going to be, these are going to be deluxe. We're going to add something extra to these screens because we do the paint job ourselves. So if I'm doing the paint job myself, I get to add extra things into it. So it's going to have that same, I can't tell you what it is, the same kind of interesting formula we dropped into the acoustic screens have them too. There's a little something extra we added in. I hate that car so much. Oh, you know what? Let's take it, whatever, I don't care. I don't even know why I bought that thing. So much freaking adrenaline to run that thing. Or what do you call it? Nitro to run it. Constantly gotta hit the other cars and juice with that bad boy.
Boost and rush to earn points for your team.
Already had a boost, that fast. It's a one run. I'm out of boost, that fast. Crazy boost quick. Gotta get one of them to get some power. Oh, now it did me wrong. Run straight. That was a freaking pop car. Let me get you guys a little closer up. I need to be a little closer up. That's not going to go well. That's definitely not going to go well. I knew that was going to happen. That was not going to go well. There we go. Camera straighten here a little bit. There you go. So as I'm going up, I'm trying to adjust the camera. So I'm crashing so many times. There we go. I didn't get a chance to add because they only give you so many characters on here. It's 60. I don't know why they do that. The minute you post a video, they give the whole 100. So I wanted to put with 1 quart of touch-up, but I couldn't put that in there. It wouldn't allow me to do it. So I put the question mark in there. But it is going to come with 1 quart of a touch-up. If anything happens to your screen, you go touch it up and you're done with it. You don't have to paint the whole screen, just the spot that got damaged. That's it. But like I said, we do advise you to cover the screens up. Now to make sure, because right now I can't get cold weather out here because it's summertime. We're going to cut off, buy another part of this surface, cut off a piece of it. One part's going to be submerged in water. Another part's going to be frozen in the freezer. So we see how the screen is going to stress test under cold weather and under wet weather, stuff like that, you know. Literally going to have to beat the crap out of this screen. It's going to get messed up. Because I need to know exactly how this screen is going to perform. Hailstorms, I might have to invest in a paintball gun. Or a slingshot. I want to see exactly how much pressure this thing's going to take. This is the fun part. I love stress tests. I ain't going too far. You got to know. I don't want a customer to call me up and say, hey, my screen cracked on me and something hit it. And then we'll go touch it up. Every time we jack it up, we touch it up. I'm going to be really bad at this. So I'm not planning to be playing the same exactly the same works out. All right, that's good. Let's go over to some marbles. I think I'm gonna do on 38. We can do a 235.1 off this and just expand it for a little bit. So we'll run it off 38. We're gonna have a recommended lumens outside. We always have recommended lumens when you go outside. Now, if you're using this in a certain hour around like 8 o'clock, you could probably get about 1,500 lumens and up off of it. But if you're talking about trying to run one of these bad boys at probably around like 6 o'clock in the evening, you're gonna have to go at least 43 and up. I know that for a fact. We did a 180 inch screen that we did on that display was 4,300 lumens at 21 feet back outside. It pulled up on that other technology. This stuff is gonna be a little bit more advanced than that. And as you look at the screen, you're thinking these are not black. These are not gray. These screens are literally a very dark purple. They have that color shifting technology embedded into them to make them that contrast shifting. The one we put in the blue screen to make the screens convert to black. That's what this technology has inside of it. All gamers have it. That's how gamers are able to produce insane contrast levels, because they have that technology to be able to shift. That's why you look at the screen, you're thinking it's black. No, that screen right there is black. That's not black. It just basically has the ability to mimic a black screen. That's why people have been buying, when you look at my table load up, people have been buying 2 and 3 gallons of this stuff. We're going to bring out a 3-gallon kit pretty soon, a 3-gallon and 4-gallon kit, because they've been buying 2-gallon kits like crazy. They're painting the entire walls, they're painting them outside. Yeah, utilizing it. Let me see right here. Now, as I explained before, yeah, eventually our marketplace is going to disappear. That's definitely going to happen. But until then, we're in negotiations, which means it takes a while for negotiations. Negotiations can take anywhere somewhere between a day or anywhere somewhere between 2 months. Depends on, right now, today, we have to go in, after we read through the contract, we have to go in and we have to put in what we want in that contract now. So we want this and that, I want this, so, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. We need all that in there. That's for protection of, and we send that over to them. And then they read through it and they go, okay, well, we'll agree on this, but we may not agree on that. So there's a lot of stuff that'll pop up. But judging by both parties, and judging by them on their side, they're very reasonable, so it's not going to be hard to sign to get the contract done.
My reputation speaks for itself.
And then there's still going to be the transition of why they're basically building their end on their end, like setting up the websites so the paint can be processed through them. On our end, we have to be set up to take the order, so that takes time. So it's not like something that's going to be like, boom, you know, people think, I had a few people contact me and say, well, I can't get the paint anymore. Like, no, you've got time. You got a lot of time. There's a transition period between both companies. I'm going to go with, I'm not a big fan of Thor, but I'm going to take her right here.
Who will prevail?
Who will prevail? So it gives us time to go in and add some stuff for fun for our customers. We're throwing some pre-coded screens. I want to do a couple of pre-coded screens for the customers, you know, before this actually goes into play. Now, we haven't got the price from yet, but I can't give you a price on anything until it goes to the stress test. We have to beat the crap literally out of the screen to see exactly how much pressure the screen is going to take and if it's going to crack on the surface. Because right now, this is a surface I've never painted before.
But a charlatan to the sorcerer supreme.
Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight!
No need for the suckers away.
I'm not too sure on that one. I don't know why I put that one. That one. Oh, colors are beautiful. Colors are absolutely beautiful. That's why the gaming screens produce insane colors. Wipe with that freaking sickle too. There we go.
Yes.
You shall live on as part of me.
This is gonna look nice in the back. Yo, let's clean this up.
Only one team will be left standing.
Do you understand the fate of fools who betray the truth?
Get the hell off me!
Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight. Good.
Not so fast. Not so fast.
Super. Counter. Air combo.
No need for something so quick. Enter the banquet of the abyss.
That's it.
I can combo KO.
Did you enjoy that?
Super.
You shall live on as
Yeah,
part
colors,
of me.
everything. Once I get this thing expanded outside, much better. This is gonna come out nice. All right. If you're wondering about the size of the screen is 8 feet high and 10 feet wide. That's how big the screen is. This is probably the biggest one we're going to do.
The battle begins.
We're going to do one more of these, and then we'll do a couple of them. There'll be some video, movie demonstrations off of it, and we should be good. Then once we get outside, we get to repeat the same process over again. I'll bet you $100. And when I string this up, we're going to have all good weather, which I'm kind of afraid we're going to have because I was trying to put the 250 up, and the 250 we had all bad weather. I need bad weather because I need to see how this screen's going to react. Hopefully we get rain today.
Thou shalt not cross into the realm of Asgard. Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight. Good. Let the top take off. Good.
Worship me. You're helpless. Worship me.
Oh, he coming with that nonsense in the transition, that's bull. Let's try that.
The banquet of the abyss. Worship.
Shield doors fire. Time zone. Look upon my fight! Be engulfed by the darkness. How was that? Super! No need for the subject of place. Time zone! Feel heaven's wrath! Thunder and lightning!
Whoa!
Fight zone! Yes!
Eliminating the target, that's my job.
Who will prevail?
Yeah, like that. Comes out nicely. Oh, excuse me with that, people. I got a bit of what's going on in my stomach right now, so I do apologize if you hear burping. I gotta do more demonstrations on the acoustic. As a matter of fact, the acoustic is supposed to be transferred. I got a lot of work to do today. I was going to transfer we got the new coding for the signature 19s on acoustic screens. So this one's going to be redone again. This screen's big. So this screen, like I said, was it wired to the wall? I wonder if it was a red light. Oh yeah, I forgot speakers and all. Were they? I gotta look behind the back of that screen. I wondered about that. Like, how much of this thing is actually wired to my wall? I think it's freestanding. It should be. But yeah, none of the lid lights are. But it was kind of a interesting task on getting it connected because it's connected to two rails on the top. So I'm gonna have to coat this thing literally while it's actually up here. So I'm gonna have to plastic wrap the entire, not the ceiling, but from here to here, so we don't get the splash off here. All this is gonna have to be plastic up to floor. Everything is gonna be plastic in here because, like I said, residue from it falls. But the good thing about the solution is real fast. It is a quick, fast application that it's concentrated. So we don't have to really paint the screen. We just have to dust it. That's it. So this is gonna be converted to a signature 19 because the signature 17s now have to be upgraded to 19s now. And then we have that gamer screen, which I cannot wait. I got the 150 right there on the table. I'm gonna get up early in the morning for Mr. Sun Peaks to hit up. We'll have this stringed up outside. I gotta call the landscapers to come down and recut my grass again. That can look nice. I gotta get wood removal because the wood where they cut down the previous tree is collecting mold, and that has to go. So I gotta bring somebody to remove that, and I gotta get somebody with a stump to remove the stump in the front, in the back, and that's it. In the backyard. So I'm working on that right now. Oh, what am I doing here? I'm pausing here. So I got a lot to do today. And I want to get a chance to play with the RetroPie because, you know, I got that for my birthday gift. And I'm getting myself a train set. Bought myself a RetroPie and a train. I'm a 5-year-old kid. But heck, you know, you got to have fun. Got to have fun. So I got myself a train set and I bought myself a RetroPie for my birthday. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Boom chakalaka. Okay, let me get the camera trying to do here at all period. Let's go with some Keystone. I don't want to do any commercials today. Keystone. Keystone, okay. Because I get this all the time from people when we're doing demonstrations of gamer screens. Can I do something else besides gaming on it? It will play just about every application you throw on it. It will. You can watch movies, sports, TV shows, whatever you want. It's going to do the same thing. Because keep in mind, if you have a gaming systems for now have all those options in it, like Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. All that stuff is in there. You know, movies and stuff like that. So why not make the gamer paint work with all applications. Hey, I'm watching you, little man. Go play with your floppy fish. I think your floppy fish will charge in 2 minutes. Like I said, these are designed for outdoor use. If you're going to be using them for like venues, if you're going to be using them for events and stuff like that, this is where these screens come in handy. Now usually when we're advising screens to be used outside, we do recommend black screens, but the game, as I said before, has that contrast shifting technology where they can turn dark. All right. Right here, let's grab myself another one. I love doing the vacation. I love doing the vacation because that just reminds me that soon we can go on vacation. Yes, even though I'm fully vaccinated, I will be wearing a mask everywhere I go. As a matter of fact, there's a particular company called Razer, I think it is. They make these customized masks, for which I'm getting one. That's neon lights. I know, but I don't want neon lights. Has a voice amplifier built into it, and also too has a clean filtration system, a filter system to keep the mask clean at all times. When I take it off, I plug it into a docking station, and it purifies the mask. Yeah, I went on a pre-order list to get one of these masks made by Razer. And like I said, even though I'm fully vaccinated, I'm wearing a mask. Yep. I'm treating every day like it's the first, even when I travel. So I have a crew with me, what they call entourage. That's what I'm planning to have, my crew with me. Which when I need something that has to be taken care of, they go out and take care of it for me. And I'm going traveling. 1 year. If I can get somebody to run the company. Oh, and the one thing I love about, thank you, I was thinking about it at first, like I don't know why they made those glasses that way, but HD Pro has a form of business. I put the link at the bottom, I do apologize. They got a pair of VR glasses they designed strictly for companies, which is fantastic because I can literally run my company all those VR glasses, which is freaking amazing. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. So I'm definitely going to pick up a few of those for me and my employees. Oh, I just said employees too. Interesting. That's kind of interesting to say employees. Yeah, I'm going to have employees. Whew, man, this is going to be an interesting transition. Did you just say employees? Yeah, I just said employees. So as you can see, yes, you can play other things besides gaming on the gamer screens. Projector behind this. There was Chrissy's. I love Chrissy projectors so much. You have no idea. You can run a projector off of it, but my particular projector I love is a Chrissy. That's my favorite. We got two. Yeah, we got yeah. I said, why are you? I have to be early. You have no idea. My day to day is going to be absolutely insane. I have to be early today. I have no choice. So I have to be early to get this done. So. I want to have to order me an outdoor speaker system today too. When we screen this up, we're going to need an outdoor speaker system. So let me go on Amazon and figure out what we can get. So with 2 speakers on each side, we already have a sub, and we're good with that. That's all we need for setting this up outside. So if you're hearing a lot of clinking in the background, it's me getting screws and getting ready because I want to get this thing strung up outside, get this done. Then go paint the acoustic screen, and then have that's done. The acoustic screen's going to take about a couple minutes to dry. This will dry pretty fast. Take that upstairs, string that up on the rail upstairs, take the other screen down, put that someplace else for right now, and then what else we got to do? Next Sunday we turn that into a 19. So we're going from there. All right, let's see what else we got on this doohickey. I'm just playing some everyday applications off of here, just to show you that you can do more than just gaming off the screen. And we'll do some other movies. We got Las Vegas. Let's see what we got right here. Pure color. Now once these screens string out outside with the heat and with the heat weather and stuff like that back and forth, they eventually, all the wrinkles just disappear out of the screen. I've gone through this before. It kind of just wrinkles will come out of the screen automatically. Once we string these up nice and tight outside, and then like I said, once the heat takes to the screen, when the formula starts to marry a little better with the surface, yeah, it removes itself. It's taken us about 2 weeks to run it through a stress test to see exactly what we can do, what happens. Like I said, I have to buy another one today. That one's going to be cut up in pieces. One of them's going to be coated, stuck in the freezer for about a couple of days. The other one's going to be actually submerged under water. That we can see exactly how much water it takes. I've actually taken a string and submerged under water, and the formula lifted off the surface. And this is the reason why all this has to be done. So that way I got a 100% guarantee that this screen is going to do exactly what it's doing. I'm not worried about the formula. The formula works well. It's the surface. Never painted on the surface before. It's a whole different kind of surface. So I really can't tell you what it is, but it's an interesting blend. It should do well. The contrast levels are going to do extremely well. Gamer screens produce, like I said, unproduced black levels equal to a black screen, but because it has that contrast shifting technology, they can produce serious black levels. Like I said, if this were a gray screen or any other screen, it wouldn't be to pick it up. None of this is going to be picking up. We got just some demonstrations on the silver. Also, too, customer came in and did shared pictures of the Silver Phoenix on our Facebook page. We're going to be showing us all. Thank you so much, Christopher, for sharing the pictures. Really appreciate it. He's in love with the new silver. I told you that product is beautiful. Like I said, we did the demonstrations with Silver Phoenix. We did demonstrations on mostly contrast levels only. Something that other gray screen paints and other gray screens don't do. They stick to the bright colors. No, not with this technology. We keep it in the dark mode. He loves the product. He has to with the lights on, lights off. He's in love with it. Right after that, we got a massive order for that particular product. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And keep in mind that the Silver Phoenix is not a dull gray product. It's an actual silver screen. That screen's literally silver. I didn't want to go with the dull gray. Dull gray would have been just, it takes so much away from the screen. Now we have another piece, probably about cut to a 50-inch. That one we're just going to mess it up. We're just going to throw food on it, whatever, let it dry, wash it down, and then go over on a touch-up on it. You know, because like I said, you got a big screen like this, you can't watch the kids 24/7. Kids get their hands messy, they see a screen, they want to paint on it. So say if Junior or little Jill comes by and they decide with their hands full of mustard or mayo or whatever at a barbecue, and they decide to touch the screen, you know, you got at least know that all you have to do is just wash it down a little bit or spray it down with a hose. Do it that way. And if there's anything on it that basically makes the screen a little off or discolored, you just go over with a little touch-up kit and you're done. That's it. So they come with 1 quart of the product, which is all you're going to need. You don't have to paint the whole screen. Just touch up the area and you're done. As a matter of fact, I touched up an area right there in the middle where I basically, you're not gonna see it from here because we're too far back. I have to be up on the screen. So we'll do an up close demonstration. That's gonna have to be pre-recorded because you can only get that up close on the pre-record to show you where we're gonna mess the screen up and then go do the touch-up job on it, how easy it is to do. And I'm gonna just take, I might throw a roller in it too. I'm gonna throw a roller. I'm gonna throw probably a 2-inch foam, or not foam roller. We're gonna work with those 2-inch gnat roller in there for the touch-up. A little touch-up kit in there for you. Try to think of everything. Try to think of everything. I do try to think of everything for you guys. But I think the same thing goes what happens to me. Now for me, unfortunately, I have skunks in my yard, so they like to spray up on everything in the yard. So I got to go up back and I get the detergent, and I got to spray down the side of my screen. Yeah, I got to order some outdoor speakers, and we got to order. I don't even want. I already got one out there. I just need another one to match the one I have. I can't remember where I got that speaker from. So a lot of people, look, my streams are going to be a bit of a wild card. It may be 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Depends on what I got to do that day and how much I got to do. So if you have other things to do, you don't have to just stream. You can always come back and watch. I think some people, when it comes to streaming, they feel they got to have all these people in the channel. You know what I mean? Have all these. It's not. It doesn't work that way for me. Again, I explain to people, this is advertising for our company. So you know, if you got other things to do, go take care of those things. You know, I'm pretty sure you do. And the video is always going to be there. You can always come back and watch the video. You don't have to actually be here for the physical video while it's streaming. So some people feel they have to have all these people in the room. I'm the opposite. This is advertisement for us. This is a way for us to show you, look, this is what we're developing today. This is what we're designing today. This is the price for it. You can always come back and watch it. When I'm done with this, it'll be loaded onto the website. It gets loaded onto the other platforms. They're not here to watch that. So like I said, it gets jumped around so we can have everybody see exactly what we're building and what we're working on and what's going to be coming up next. I told you I wanted to do a couple more pre-coded screens for our customers. I like doing the pre-coded. Let's go over here and let's get let's get something else on here. We're gonna get some deep blue fish. Or we can just get some other demonstrations besides this one right here. I don't know why this came completely out of the menu. I haven't played that game, the Predator game yet. I gotta get in there and trying to play that today. And I got the retro party that came today, so now I want to play that today. Something pretty cool is on there I want to play on. A couple games on there from NES I want to play. Oh, they got Dreamcast games on there. I cannot wait to get on that system and play. Let's go back into YouTube. We just came out of YouTube. Okay, there we go, back in. Let's come back over here. And then here. Put in a couple 8K demonstrations on here. This is new. That's no. I've seen that one before. So yes, the screen already has built-in grummets in it. The surface has built-in grummets. It also too has reinforced corners, which I like the most. Those plastic heavy tabs, reinforced corners, and it is a heavy-duty screen. It's not heavy, but it's a good weight to it. Is that the whole video? I was about to say. This is why I like the gamers. The gamers heighten everything. Like literally everything that hits that screen is going to heighten. I already had this service downstairs in this shop for 4 days. Just had so much to do. We had customers' orders being taken care of, and everything else, and that, negotiations, and some other projects working on. So I got a chance to get early this morning to get this done. Now we're going to have some guidelines at the bottom of the page. Fabrication time. The company's actually designing the surface for us and shipping it up to us, which is pretty fast, which I had to do a couple orders to see how fast it would take for us to get the product to the front door. How long it takes for us to add the application, 2 applications to the surface, what we got to do on our end. And then we had to take that particular formula and put it into a touch-up kit. You're not going to need that much. I doubt you're going to get that kind of damage to your screen. So probably a half a quart and a touch-up kit. You don't need a quart. Boom, there you go. This will make a difference for us to turn lights out. And again, the screens have ambient light, advanced ambient light rejection technology built into them. Really doesn't make a difference if your lights are on and off. It's still going to react the same way. See? Watch. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Really doesn't make the difference. And somebody said, you turn the lights up to see the effect, the screen is going to look the same way with the lights on than it does off. It reacts the same way. Can make a difference. Only gray screens and silver screens have that ability. They do that. They'll shift a little bit when the lights go on and off. Darker screens don't have that problem. Even with our Phoenix will shift a little bit when you guys do lights on or off. It'll show a little slight improvement when the lights are off. But the black screens and darker screens don't have that ability. They remain the same way whether the lights are on or off. I haven't had a peach in years. I need to buy me some fruit. That's what I need to do. I need to eat some more fruit. Start eating more fruit. Alright, so let's go past this. I like that right there. Let me see what else we got going on. There's cracking jacks on this one right here. Kitty kitty. Careful waking that one up. Let's do, let's see. We're going to do a couple movies up here and we're done. You know what? I'm not going to do movies on here. I'm going to do the movies. I was going to wait till I get outside and do the movies, but we're doing them here. Because I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Now, since it's gamer technology, it already has the reputation of already being the 18 certified projection screens for tested on ultra short throw, long throw projectors. It runs the same thing as the other technology does. It's going through all the tests. Distance throw at 1,000 lumens, 22 feet, 4 certified screens and up on ultra short throws. They did all the testing. It's done. All we do is just apply it. We add a little extra spark to it. Because it's going to be a pre-coated surface. We're a little different with it. So if you don't feel like painting, now you got a screen, or you got a gamer screen for outside now. But we really can't really set it in stone yet. There's no prices on it yet until we put it through the stress test. I need to see if the screen is going to crack on me, peel on me. It's going to separate from the surface. This is the surface we're not used to using. So I need to see how it's going to marry to it. If it does well, then guess what? You got an amazing screen going outside of your backyard. It's going to be absolutely insane. And yes, your what do you call it? Your neighbors are going to be envy. This will put any white or gray screen to shame with no problem. Wish we could make them bigger, but that's as big as I can fit downstairs. But I think 8 by 10 is a good size to start off with. Look at that contrast level. I love that coding technology that kicks in. It's beautiful. And of course, as always, we give all credit to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, which is the inventor of the technology. Powered by God's technology. And somebody was contacting me today about outdoor screens. And I was telling them that you don't have to have an expensive projector. My projector cost me $500, that's it. Some people think you have to spend all this money. Like, no, you don't. You really don't have to spend a lot of money. Over eBay, get yourself a 5,000 lumen, 6,000 lumen, 7,000 lumen projector for like under $500. About 500. Most you'll pay for it, you're gonna go for like 6,000 or 7,000 lumens, like 6, 7. Get a used one. Get an outdated one. It'll work perfectly with the product. Let's see what I got on here. I was watching, what was it? What century was it? Renaissance? Was it Renaissance? No, it wasn't the Renaissance. I got to study more on the Renaissance. I like much history, but I love watching history. I was watching something on what people did in the, what was in the Renaissance era? Was it 1800 or 1600? Good gracious, man. It must have, not a good time to be around, boy. I'm telling you, for entertainment, yeah, it is some weird stuff, boy. Some weird stuff. Anyway, I like to watch dark history. Dark history usually is the stuff they don't teach them in school. In school, they teach you the pretty history, the pretty history, the stuff that, you know, they pretty coded. But I like to watch like the real hardcore history on, you know, stuff that really went on, you know, how these people really were in real life. It's pretty jacked up. And some of the stuff is a little too much for me to take in. I had to pass on some of the stuff, but I do like that, and medieval and all that stuff like that, history and all stuff like that. I like to watch a lot of that crazy stuff. But yeah, some of that stuff was a little too far-fetched. I was like, look, I can't deal with this. I got to come out of this. What I found interesting was about William Penn. I never knew William Penn was a bodybuilder. You know that a lot of people didn't realize that William Penn was a bodybuilder. He lifted weights. I mean, now you see William Penn, he's this round, dopey dude, you know what I mean, real heavy set guy with glasses and stuff. But no, actually, he was a bodybuilder. He used to lift weights. I don't know what happened along the way, but yeah, he used to lift weights, and you gotta look it up. You gotta look it up. It's really interesting, but it just shows you, you know, when it came to these men of these presidents and stuff like that, these men that had, you know, these high positions and stuff, they were just like everyday Joes. They're the same crap that everybody else went through. But you know, history paints them up to be these glorified heroes and stuff like that, which they are. But at the end of the day, they commit the same sin as everybody else. But it was interesting. I like to watch a lot of that stuff. They have their bad sides too, you know what I mean? It's interesting to watch. Taxidermy, yes, that was the weird thing. That was a big thing in the freaking that era. What was it? The industrial era. Yeah, it was taxidermy was one of the things they did for pastime. Wow. This is just 1080p. We haven't even got a chance to use 4K on these screens yet. The gamer. Let's see where we at right now. Almost near an hour. We got to come up here in a few minutes because we got some stuff we got to do. Let me see. Let me go pull up. I'm gonna get the mics up to this. This is one of the dream system right now. I know if I sound a mumble in the background because I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. All right. Let me see. Oh my goodness. We do all the time on here. You show the contrast levels. That's not literally your contrast levels are supposed to be black. Like I said, this screen mimics a contrast level.
Well, here I am. Bruce, please. I was wrong. You have to listen to me. Lex once again.
Now, because we're going to be doing, the company is going to be doing a lot of demonstrations, because keep in mind, we're going to bump into people that are still going to be using gray paints. People are still going to be using white screens and so forth. On our end, we have to do demonstrations and showing the comparison side by side on which is the better product. No, we will not be including that particular individual in any demonstrations whatsoever. We don't want him connected to anything that we do over here or anything attached to our contracts. So we are going to be making our own products, which I'm probably going to bring back one of our old schools. We're going to bring back one of the Digital One Crystal screen paints that were made with a gray and black mixture product. We're going to make one of those. We're going to do a side by side. We have to be to show that off to companies, because companies, like I said, will go out and prefer sometimes a gray screen or a white screen over this new black technology or darker technology. And like I said, when it comes to companies like DMP Supernova or Black Diamond, big companies, they have darker screens to show you, like, look, this is the top flagship screen we have. This is a comparison we have to your screens, your white screens. This is the difference. It's when you watch Screen Innovation, the fellow who developed that really dark gunmetal screen. If you watch the demonstrations when he first came off, he would take a sample sheet and he would get in the middle of the screen, a white screen, he would move it around. Well, that's the same thing we're doing. We're doing the same thing because we're catering to companies that are automatically going to have white screens and gray screens installed in their establishments. And no, this is not products by you-know-who, because he is not on that level yet. But these are companies that already have gray screens by Daylight Screens. They may have a cinema gray in there or something like that, like a lighter gray screen. And this is to simulate, like, look, this is your screen shown here. Also, too, it's a good thing because we have the sample sheets for those particular screens. So when you have the actual screen, here's the actual sample. This is the actual results of what happens with the technology next door. So this is what we'll be competing against when we go out there on our main screen, on our basically to produce our technology. Now, it's, yes, consider art, because both companies, our technology versus to go into a corporation and say, look, you can change your screens out, do it for cheaper. This is our product versus their product, such and such and so. So on my end, I'm going to be doing a lot of demonstrations on white screens and gray screens, which means if we do a gray screen, some people say, well, how come I can't mix this together and make that? We have to show why that's a bad idea. And by doing that, we are going to be displaying a mixture, which will be our mixture under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. We have to make this crystal clear because some people feel, we have individuals that feel that they are the gods of all great products. And if anyone talks about any form of great products, it involves them. The world does not revolve around you. There are other people who make great products, especially on eBay, and I never see any one of them actually going into a complete insane rant over that particular issue, but only one individual. So I don't know. We don't care. But at the end of the day, like I said, I have to do what's done for best for my company, and I have to do what's best for my contract people we are contracted with, and with my customers to show that our products are the best. And until then, we are still waiting for Screen Innovation. We have ordered the Slate 7 and Slate 8. Probably going to call them back on Monday to figure out where my samples are, so we can start working on the professionals. Now, as for the professionals have different names. They don't have they're not 19s, they're completely different. These are products that have been developed for 10 years down the line. and they're being developed for physical projection screens. It will never be a screen paint. It's going to be a physical screen. So we're going to have wallpaper screens with those. We're going to have motorized projection screens with those, inflatable screens, and then a couple of wild card customized experimental screens that we're going to be working on, especially for something customized for gamers. So that's going to be something farther down the line. And they're going to be coated a little different. Like I said, I'm doing the research right now to see how much it would cost me to rent or lease or obtain the machinery that they use for spraying cars. That's what I need to coat these screens, because that machine is extremely accurate, and it will do multiple screens and any coating or any color we want. And this thing will be fantastic to have in an establishment for basically mass producing large amounts of screens that we need to come out absolutely perfect. So that's what I'm actually researching right now. All right, with that being said, thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. We'll have another demonstration on this today, depending on what the weather's going to be. If we do get rain or whatever, which is fantastic, then the screen's a chance to be out with some elements today. And then we'll do, I got to buy another surface, got to cut it up. We got to do one to see exactly how the touch-up job is going to work on it. If it works well, we'll do close-up shots on that. We had to take some of it, we have to stick it, wet it, and stick it in the freezer for a couple of days. See how the surface is going to lift or crack. Some have to be submerged underwater to see how much pressure they can take, stuff like that. And then we're just going to do everyday stuff like throw mud and stuff all over the screen and wash it down and just beat the crap out of it. Pretty much, literally, that's what we're going to be doing with it. Just to see, throw a football at it over and over again, basketballs, whatever, you know, at it, whatever you can, the screen, see what happens, you know, out of curiosity. And then after that, we do advise you, if you are going to get one of these and hang them upstairs, have a second tarp over top of it to cover it up. Because, you know, your screen's going to eventually get jacked up. My screen's all outside. Even though they take the cold and the heat and the rain, they're covered up. Because I got birds that like to perch on the edge of my screen and do their business. All right, with that being said, especially if I had a dog, he'd probably be doing his business. But anyway, with that being said, thank you for your time. I have to go, and God bless. I'll be back on later on to show some other stuff.